Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got our foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got bitches on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your 8:15 p.m. Weazel News broadcast with myself, Sky Davis, and Dick Dastardly. How are you this evening, Mr. Dick?
I am pretty good there, Mrs. Scott. It's been a pretty good weekend. We had a good time hanging out. But how are you this afternoon, Mrs. Scott?
It has been a busy week, but I am doing well. Lots of fun, interesting things going on this week. Lots to talk about, as you said, and I'm excited to do another fun broadcast with you here tonight.
It's always a blast hanging out with you and hanging out with our viewers.
Absolutely. Would you like to get us started, Dick, with a little bit of a rundown of what went on this week?
Yeah, I'll try my best. Like you said earlier, it was a busy
Alright.
week.
It
Tuesday,
was.
we had our second approved streamers stream from Captain Rico's point of view.
Yes.
I believe everybody kind of enjoyed that. Thursday,
Absolutely.
we had Ace Pilot 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Played. He was Commissioner Grantley. From his point of view, we was up in Toledo.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and that was a very busy night in itself. I can't believe how busy that night went.
It really was.
And then see, Saturday we had Rye Wilson stream,
Yeah,
and they was hanging out in the prison. I heard it was a very interesting night in
it
the
was.
prison.
It was lots of things, lots of coverage there. There was a prisoner who did successfully escape, but they were able to bring him back into the facility. But he did try to get away in a civilian van and did almost make it out onto the streets of Sandy. But luckily, he crashed his van going out, and COs were able to go out after him and find him and locate him.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I was able to apprehend him very quickly.
Absolutely. They even got the dog out last night. The dog helped find that suspect, and also did a canine search of all of the prisoners, and everyone luckily came out clean, and there weren't any problems there. There was a little bit of a scuffle in the yard there between a few different prisoners. One prisoner was set to be, I am unknown of the name at this very time, but there was supposed to be an execution last night, actually, which is quite crazy. Um, and quite crazy, but luckily that execution was held off by the governor and the state of San Andreas, and he was able to live, but unfortunately other prisoners did not like the fact that he was going to live, and he unfortunately lost his life within the prison due to other prisoners. The COs were out there making sure that everything was safe and there was nothing focusing on them. They did, long and unsuccessfully, but they had that go down at the drag strip where they were hosing down some of the sheriff station vehicles. So lots of crazy stuff happening last night in the prison.
Most definitely. It's like it was a busy night at prison. I'm glad most
Yes,
everybody got out unscathed for the most part, but
yes,
sometimes unfortunately that's the way the prison system works here in Sandy.
it does. It does. Yep. And if you don't want to go to prison, don't get in trouble in the law with the law in the first place. Make sure you know set your record straight and keep everything under wraps so you can stay
What's the
safe out
saying
there.
here in the state? If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, that's something all of our citizens need to learn. You can't do the time, don't do the crime here in the state of Los Santos.
Absolutely, absolutely. Going into Saturday, or yesterday was Saturday, excuse me, Thursday, Thursday evening, we were out with Commissioner Granley out in Polito, and lots of stuff happened that evening. I know that there were a few NBA accidents, including a huge, massive pile-up. Did you hear about that one, Dick?
I did hear about that one. It was over by the new way station that DOT just put in. I wonder if the truckers got confused on what they should be doing or what. Do you have any information on that?
I do have a little bit. It was told by 101, the chief of police, and Commissioner Granley that there was a stalled vehicle. No one was in the vehicle, but a stalled vehicle in the middle of the roadway at the end of a hill, and a trucker, I guess, hit that vehicle, which hit another vehicle, and it created a massive 5 to 6 car pileup, which is quite crazy. That is a big pileup, created a big scene out there for the commissioner. But the scene looked, although dangerous, it was a good scene and came out looking very awesome on the RP side of things. But it was quite the scene that all started because of one van sitting in the middle of the roadway. Which is
One van and possibly a person doing a U-turn, maybe.
Yeah, I did hear about that. There was somebody doing an illegal U-turn, and the combination of things just did not fare well for the citizens of San Andreas that evening.
Sounds like it was one of those quote unquote perfect storms of just total chaos that just happened.
Indeed, indeed. Perfect, but also a little bit of a perfect timing because just up the road behind the physical way station, there was a car that ran off of the road. And from what I do hear, it was a off-duty CO driving that evening. She had just done a 24-hour shift at Bolingbrook and fell asleep at the wheel. Luckily, she was unharmed and all citizens were unharmed. But it makes you appreciate how much the service workers, in the prison, the first responders, they put themselves through so much and all these hard shifts. Um, and I wish we could bump things up a little bit, either, amount of, people on staff or, creating some type of way that we don't have so many, people doing 24-hour shifts and, making them all tired. But luckily, I believe she was able to get that day's rest and was back to work later during the weekend. So she did make a full recovery, but definitely happy that she's okay and everyone else was involved was okay.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I was worried. I heard that come over the scanner, and they said she was teetering over the rocks on the beach. First thing
Yes.
came to my mind, she was near one of the cliffs out there on the
Mhm.
west side of Polito.
Yes, indeed, and that can be, very scary. But I believe that she must have fallen asleep at the roadway. And the commissioner was letting me know that they believe that she traveled off the roadway right before the wall of the way station, and because she had, dozed off, she kept driving until the rock stopped her. So that is how she got to her placement on the rocks. But we're glad that we're glad that she's okay and doing well and has returned to work since.
That's a good sign to hear. I also believe they had a hiker that kind of got injured up in the mountains too in Toledo and had to wind up breaking out Air One
Yes.
to provide medical care and I believe rescue the hiker slash camper on a cliffside
Yeah,
this past Thursday. You know,
yeah, I know that they were up above the railroad tracks, which is quite the interesting place to be hiking. Not my first choice for a hike, because he's lucky he didn't fall, completely down and get hit by a train coming. Um, so not my first choice to go hiking. So if you do go hiking, make sure you guys, stay on the trails, stay within the markers, and look for, you know, objects and things that you know. That way, if you do get injured, you can tell people where you are, what area you'll be in. That way, people know how and where to locate you. Luckily, the specific hiker did have a few flares on them, and they were able to throw that, so the first responders could locate them a little bit more quickly.
and that was a benefit to him. Remember, if you go to hiking, make sure you carry a first aid kit and a signal kit. You know,
Yes.
mirrors, flares, any of those items could potentially save your life, and luckily they saved this guy's life.
Yes, and I believe that it was the hiker was also part of our coroner staff. I believe it was a Mr. Burns. So we're glad that he's doing well and okay. I know that he is a newer individual to our city. So we're glad that he's doing well in the over here. So
That's right. Speaking of missing persons, I believe Monday Captain Rico had a very excuse me, missing persons at the beginning of his shift.
yes,
I believe it came over to call was she was a farmhand and she was sent down to not look but to purchase some scratch feed and some fruit for the local farm animals.
wow,
But apparently she has a slight short-term memory loss issue.
oh
Uh,
wow,
the farmer she worked for had to wind up calling, and I believe they brought out helicopters and drones and possibly some more animals, maybe some bloodhounds or something to
wow.
help look for her. But they found that girl.
How did they find? Do you know if they found her? Did they find her?
They did find
Yeah.
her, but you wouldn't believe the crazy things she was doing when they found
Oh
her.
boy, what was she doing?
She was cutting somebody's grass late at nighttime, and she done named the lawnmower.
Named the lawnmower.
Named the
Named
lawnmower,
the
you
lawn.
know.
Did you get the name of that lawnmower?
I can't remember the name of the lawnmower. It was one of those, something like Ralph or Rick or
Ralph.
something, I believe. You know,
Yeah.
I
Trying to
missed the name
remember.
because
Yeah.
it kind of threw me off when they said they found her cutting grass at that time of night.
Wow. Wow. Hey, I mean, we always say that we got some interesting people in San Andreas, and of course in the of course in the grape scene area. I
I believe the name of the lawnmower was Ronald. Now coming to my earpiece, they said the
ah
name was Ronald.
Ronald the lawnmower. That is
Ronald,
amazing.
yeah.
I wonder
We do have some interesting characters.
if it's named after Ronald the McDonald.
I don't know, but I do know they did call the farmer, and a farmer was able to come out and pick her up and take her back to her home.
That is fantastic. I'm glad that she was doing well and okay.
Most definitely, and extend our appreciation once again to our local highway patrol
Mhm.
and our sheriff's office. We're able to
Yes.
find her so quickly.
Speaking of interesting things, interesting characters, there was quite the interesting amount of characters out in Sandy, out in one of the open what used to be a homeless lot that got switched into a skating park. Um, Peace, Love, and Happiness area, Captain Rico and other units were on scene. A big action with multiple people on scene. I know Lorenzo, one of the GMs, Mosley's, he was there, and I guess he met a few other friends, and they were all, drinking and in the area. But there was quite the amount of characters there. I know that they had to detain some people, but luckily nobody got hurt or got arrested that evening. They were just told to go home and leave the area and travel to a set up homeless camp, which we do have in the area in San Andreas. There are services that you can go to that can help you out. So if you are one of those people or in that situation, there's definitely help and services for you.
Most definitely. Yeah, that's a very peculiar place out there sometimes. I've been out there at nighttime and there's some interesting yet peculiar people that stroll that area.
Yes,
All kinds
indeed.
of there's some nice artists now, don't get me wrong. There's some wonderful artists that done that artwork, but there are some very we'll say interesting. That's be more
Yes,
politically correct. Interesting people that stay in that
interesting
area.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, definitely quite the interesting population. And I believe that they're also I wasn't able to catch all the calls that evening, but there was a woman and a woman sleeping in a trailer out in the Sandy Shores area, and they Captain Rico did find her to be someone who had just gotten out of prison, had a court date, was trying to find shelter, and she was also homeless at that time. But big shout out to Bobby of the Lost MC. Got word that he is Captain Rico's friend, and he was able to house her in his lodge in Plano for the weekend, and get her all set up and kind of help her get back on her feet. So shout out to Bobby McGuire out there, and others who were took time to help that female out in her helping her get back to her stable footing within the community.
That's a good thing. I like seeing citizens
Yes,
help other citizens like that, especially motorcycle clubs like that. They do some good in our city for us.
they do. They do. I've heard the Reapers do some good stuff lately too. So we got some good groups in the city right now, and that's awesome to see.
Yes, most definitely. I love seeing up and good feel good stories going on throughout the city.
Absolutely. Going into um, just trying to make sure that we hit all of the stops. I know Commissioner Granley recently shared some body cam footage of a robbery gone wrong that he had that we kind of talked about a little bit the past weeks, but additional footage has come out, and it was a woman. I don't know if anybody remembers the story of somebody getting Ubered, and then the Uber driver was taken hostage, and there were shots fired. And the woman was drunk at the time, but additional body cam footage has come up of that. So if you are interested in seeing additional footage of that and different videos, make sure to go check out Ace on Demand, which is one of Commissioner Granley's side channels, which is awesome.
That's awesome of our highway patrol able to release the footage
Yes,
like they do for our citizens so they can see
yes,
the good job our highway patrol and our officers are doing.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, I believe he released it on multiple channels, but definitely go check that out if you have not, because it's quite the spectacle. Um, and additionally, that evening, I know, or not that specific evening, but on Saturday excuse me, I keep saying Saturday, Thursday, on Thursday, I know O'Connor, Lieutenant O'Connor took out the Camaro for the first time, and he did not scratch it or create any damage. So congratulations to him, on that for getting, doing a perfect drive there. A lot different to, Sharp's driving, I can tell you that much.
Awesome job, O'Connor. Maybe he can go back and teach Sharp a thing or two.
I think Sharp needs to learn a thing or two.
A little refresher.
Have you seen her drive?
I've seen some of her body cam and dash cam footage, and some of it's questionable. I'm starting to wonder, where my tax dollars are going to some case.
You know what? That is very true, and I know she's had multiple EVOC trainings. So some people are just special, I guess. And Sharp is definitely one of them. But I mean, she does help keep our citizens safe, so we gotta give her credit there. But
That she does.
definitely, definitely, if you ever get picked up by her, or better yet, don't commit any crimes just so you don't have to get transported by her.
Oh yeah, most definitely. She's one of the ones. We love her to death, but sometimes you have to question if your life insurance is paid up to date or not. If you're
Yep,
in her presence.
yep. But hey, like I said, if you don't wanna, if you don't wanna get driven by her, don't do crimes, and you won't have that problem.
Yep. If you don't do the crime, you can't pay the time.
Indeed, indeed. The weather this week will be partly cloudy and mostly sunshine. So looking forward to that. We've had quite the heat wave lately going on. Um. In Los Santos. So it's nice to see everybody out at the beaches and in the areas where they can enjoy the beach and sunshine.
Yeah, and enjoying the beaches because we're halfway through the summer, believe it or not.
I know. It goes way too fast. It goes
It,
way too fast.
it definitely does because today's what, July the 17th, and
Yes.
technically, like mid is it 1st of September? Summer is officially over with, so
Yeah.
we got about a month and a half.
I know, but we don't have to think about that yet. Not yet, not yet.
Not
Too
yet,
soon. Too soon. But hey, I mean, soon the kids will start getting having to go back to school, and
Oh
I am
no.
not ready for that. Well, luckily I don't have kids yet, but when that day comes, I will not be ready for that.
Yeah, it won't be long. Y'all kiddos are back in school, so enjoy your summertime.
Yes, definitely. Enjoy the summertime. Enjoy watching Kuffs every single evening that they're on, and all of that fun stuff. Definitely check out your approved streamers so you don't miss out on the action and the Kuffs rotation. But yeah, a lot of stuff happening this summer. Have you been listening to any more music this summer? Anything coming out, or just the basics?
I just been listening to much the basics. I've
Mm-hmm.
been listening to
I
a
know.
few artists here and there.
Yeah, I know you like Mirror Park Drive radio a lot.
Yeah, I love that Mirror Park Radio. They just have a little bit mix of everything. I just get hooked on them, and that's well, I hate to say it, I have all those nice cars. I was up at a drag strip,
Yeah.
last week, and
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but all my cars' radios are broken, so I'm kind of stuck on one channel right now.
Oh boy.
So of
Oh.
course, so luckily I'm stuck on Mirror Park Radio, so it's
Oh
a halfway
goodness.
decent station. But
Good.
you figure, I spent all that money on cars, I at least get my radio fixed. Maybe I'll swing by Mosley's or Hayes, or I might go check out is it Rex Powers down there
Yes.
at Benny's?
Yeah.
See if we can't get me some new radios installed with some of my cars.
Definitely recommend it. Yeah, get some good action on the radio there, so you're not listening to the same thing over and over and over and over again.
It could be worse. It could be stuck on a channel I get no reception on with nothing but static.
Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah, I know one good party song. I was listening to it at a barbecue the other day. And it's by Zach Brownie and and like I think it's called like Brad Pitt Brad, something like that. But by Zach Brownie and Pitt Brad. And they have a song called "Can't Stop Us Now," and that's hey, it's a good song if you're just hanging out by the water or just at a barbecue or just hanging out. It's a good like party song. That's definitely is a good one if you're looking for something to get into. So I've been listening to a lot of good barbecue party songs lately.
Just kind of hanging out with friends. Yeah, that's like it might
Yeah,
be a good friend hanging out song.
yeah, indeed, indeed. And like I said, I think our person of the week, I believe, will be Mr. Bobby McGuire for helping out citizens and community members around town and doing his good deed as a citizen. But like I said, we appreciate all of the citizens and motorcycle members and everybody out there doing their good job and good portion uh, doing a good portion in the world. That's not what I wanted to say. But hey, thank you guys for doing your good portion in the world. Um, your good
We're gonna
part.
have to start a new dictionary for some of these new words that's coming out here in the city.
Hey, I mean it is a word, but a portion. Yes, indeed. Um, let's see. Business. Do we have any businesses that we want to talk about this week? I'm trying to think through my notes here.
Let's see. Right off the top of my head, the only business I would really highlight, not really businesses, but our sheriff's office and our fire department and
Mhm.
EMS and the new
Mhm.
hospital.
Yes.
We kind of highlight the city and state funding. How about that?
Yes. 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 Indeed.
All kinds of new toys they're buying for our officers and buying for our firefighters, EMS, and our medical personnel. The city's actually spending some nice funds on some city improvements once again. So I want to
Yes.
give a shout out to the city and the construction permit office for everything they're doing for our city.
Absolutely. And I'd also like to give a shout out to the San Andreas Judicial Court. They had a court meeting recently, and they've been doing a lot of good work. Like I said, they've hired another judge, Judge Burkant, and there's been a lot of good work and good things coming out of there, more role play opportunity. So we do thank them for all they're doing within the state these past couple weeks.
Yes, most definitely.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, but it's been quite a busy week, quite the fun week. Got anything this upcoming week that we know of? I'm trying to think in my mind here. I know there is going to be a shindig happening on Vespucci Beach and or Cayo Perico later here this summer, but I'm unsure of the date. But keep track because it'll be coming up sooner than later, hopefully, once the
Uh,
date gets set.
might be a good way to say goodbye to the summertime at a good old shindig down there on the beach, hanging out on
Yes,
the beach with good friends and having
yes.
fire and all that.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So that'll that won't be as of yet, but later in the season we'll look forward to that. But I believe there is gonna be a we now have windsurfers on the server, and I believe that there will be a windsurfer contest later here this summer too. So
That sounds like it's gonna be something fun to go there and watch and see.
yes, these new skateboards are fast on server. Have you tried them yet?
I haven't tried them, but with the way you have these issues coming down the stairs in office, you may want to stay off them skateboards there, Sky.
I may, but I did hear that one of my good friends Ember did try them, and she fared okay until
Okay.
she tried to stop, but that'll be that's its own downfalls and penalties there.
Oh boy, them things aren't quite like cars. You don't have a brake on them skateboards.
No, you do not. No, you do not. And when you hit a curve going up, do you know those things go 60 miles an hour?
Down the hill with the wind blowing you.
Yep. Those things go fast, so if you're not careful and you hit a curve, you're gonna go flying.
Oh no, oh no. I hope she was okay though at the end.
She was okay. She was okay, but definitely yeah, definitely a sight to see. Hope maybe one day the nice viewers and citizens will see that.
Maybe they'll see it succeed, not find those curves.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. I'm trying to think of anything else that I can add, and I really don't have anything that I can think of.
I think we touched on everything, at least, hit all the major highlights from the
Yeah.
previous week and new things that's been added to the city and such.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So it was wonderful having everybody hang out with us this evening. My name is San Andreas, and this is Dick Dastiny, and we are live from the Kuffs FiveM Server. All the links about the server are in the description. You must be 16 years and older and start as a civilian, as the linked information says. But go to kuffsgaming.com up in your left hand corner and discord.me/Kuffs to apply if you are interested. You do have to start as a civilian for a minimum of 60 days, and then it goes further from that for whitelisted open positions. Kuffs.com/rotation to hang out with who's coming up. With our approved streamers streaming, Country Boy Gaming will be this upcoming Tuesday. Exclamation point country in the chat if one of my mods wants to do that for me. So exclamation point country to get all of his links. He'll have his stream posted here soon. Definitely check out all the everybody though. And give some love to everybody in the community. And we appreciate you watching, and we hope you enjoyed this broadcast. And have a great night, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got our foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with Cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard, Weazel.